I've been painting watercolor for 45 years, so a lot of it is intuitive. The process of painting what is believed to be the largest watercolor in the world actually took 2 years. MASS MoCA approached me about doing a painting of the old space, the old mill, before the renovation for Building 6. And I had a real personal connection because I went to Williams College. I had been in North Adams a lot when I was in college. I spent the first year coming into this amazing space, sitting, drawing, looking, thinking. I did lots of studies. I started small with small pencil sketches. So it was really exciting for me to do this painting, to stretch myself in the watercolor medium, because a painting this size had never been done before. But what spoke to me was the space, the sense of place, the light, the colors of the columns. As you can see, the colors here are amazing. And the history, the social connection to the community. Knowing that this was an 8 by 15 foot piece, I really worked hard. I did over 40 small studies so that I would have everything in order in my mind. So I had to figure out where in the world do you get the paper, how much paint to buy. I called all over the world looking for the special paper to use for this. The building was disappearing, so I would come and, oh my gosh, they've been covered. So there was in some ways, a sense of urgency. So I spent all winter, I lived up in my studio painting, and it was 24/7 worked on the piece. As I mentioned, it was a lot of kind of up and down and back and forth. And then when you start with watercolor, it's really tricky because you can't make a mistake. So there was a lot of back and forth, up and down. There's a real physical element to painting this painting, and a lot of energy went into it. And I also took, to incorporate into the building, I used dust from the original floor. And then watercolor is also transparent medium. So I think that it really lended itself to painting this space, which is really about light, openness, and you could see the paper through the watercolors. So we decided that it would be 3 separate panels. And then you come to the question at the end is, how in the world do you frame it? And we ended up with the Williamstown Conservation Lab, which was fabulous because it's right next door to my studio in Williamstown. And the weight of the painting is 300 pounds. We had a special frame made. I don't think they've ever made such a large piece of glazing for the watercolor. To have the painting finished and then bring it here and see it being put into the frame and assembled, and then having the 6 people lifting the painting and hanging it. And as I had said before, it was a real joy to work with the staff at MASS MoCA because everybody was so helpful and professional and helped make it happen.
It's fun to be here in this space when it dawns on people what they're looking at, when they realize that this view as we face east is actually the space that they're in, but westward. And it's in that, there are many things that are remarkable about this work, but just to call out 2 of them. One is the great sense of scale. I mean, the scale of the columns as they grow actually draw you into it, and it begins to feel as if you're in the space itself. Just the sheer expansiveness. I mean, we measure the square footage here in acres. The buildings have absorbed a lot of humanity, and people have left their marks here over 150 years, and you've captured a lot of them right here.